I'm here with the ambassador of the UEFA Under-17 Championships, John O'Shea. John, we've just seen the draw.
Yeah.
And looking at the nations, I know it's hard to gauge these things with so many young players involved, but you have to say it's probably a favourable one for Ireland.
Hopefully I had a quick chat with Colin there. Look, he was happy. I think he was just happy that the draw was done, really, because it's been quite a big build-up for him. And obviously they have qualified automatically. They've been playing friendly games, and obviously the test is now soon upon them at the beginning of May. Greece, Czech Republic and Spain. He was telling me that they played against the Czechs as well quite recently too. So no, look, they'll be well prepared, and I'm sure they'll have a fantastic backing behind them as well.
Is it a disadvantage that they haven't gone through a qualification series?
No, I don't think so. Because I think they'll have that added bonus of just the buzz they'll have of a home support behind them. When we played, and obviously it wasn't too far away, it was in Scotland, but sometimes throughout the years lads have probably played far-flung parts of Europe, so to get the chance to have family, friends come and support you on home soil, I'm sure that'll be given that extra boost that not that they'll need it anyway, representing their country at a major tournament, but to have that backing, I think it'll be huge for them.
Do we know, I know you're going to be definitely down at the game in Waterford, do we know which game is on down there yet?
Not sure. I think it could be the second game. I think it's the Czech Republic. The way it was drawn, it was Greece, Czech Republic and Belgium. So I think the last game might be Belgium. That's what Colin just thought there a second ago. So I trust him. So that might mean it's the Czech Republic. And Colin had said they played them quite recently in friendlies. I think dangerous team on the counter attack, he said. So already he has his homework well done.
And Colin has plenty of experience. This is his third finals to be going into as head coach. That's going to count for something as well in this tournament.
Yeah, exactly. I think the preparation side of it will be a key factor to it, and to have those tournaments behind him now, and to have a settled group as well. He's had them in for plenty of friendlies and different tournaments going away, so I think it'll come quite natural to them now. They'll play with their club teams probably 5-6 days before they play the first game in the championship, so they'll be fitting well, hopefully, going into it, and it'll just be about the little fine details as we often speak about.
Are the Irish underage teams as well, when you look at around teams like Spain and France, Germany, we know the kind of style of football that they play. Do you think Irish underage teams now are playing a different brand of football to when you were involved in this tournament? Yeah,
quite possibly. I think they've obviously had that kind of imprint now of whether it be 4-3-3s system. You see a lot of the underage teams, the clips that I see, the highlights, playing out from the back. Obviously the under-19s recently had some fantastic results. So that kind of identity, yeah, it's definitely seems to be more of an imprint on the teams. But also when you go back to obviously a good few years ago, Brian Carr and Noel wanted us to play at the right times too, because of the type of players that we had. You look at the quality that we had in that team, so we were able to play, but we had that mix of physicality too when we needed to, because even at under 17 level you'll see some of the players now in the summer or in early May, the physicality of the teams already, because they're at professional setups, and the gym work that they are doing will already be paying benefits to them.
And just to ask you finally, you know, you've been here, you've had the success, you got to a final, you've done it. What's your last bit of advice maybe to the players? Like, what was the key thing you could kind of take from how you get there and how you do it?
To get the momentum early. I think that was the key thing. Obviously there's two teams qualify into the quarterfinals, but I think the key thing, especially at home, I think would be to get the momentum early as possible in the group, and I think with the home backing behind them, then that momentum can roll and the confidence will grow.
Thanks, John. Okay, Colin O'Brien, Ireland head coach. Can I just get your reaction first to the draw that we've just seen?
I suppose it's one of relief and excitement. We've been probably the last 10 months as players and staff waiting for today. As the host nation, we didn't have the qualifier, so look, we're really excited about it now. Two of the teams that has come out of our group we've actually played this year already in preparation matches, and now all our focus is in preparing for the Greece game.
I'm just looking through the draw, and you know you've dodged, like saying, pot 2 France, maybe Portugal, Germany in pot 3. Would you say it's a favourable draw going into this tournament?
Yeah, look, pot B indeed looks very tasty indeed, but I'm not really concerned about those pots now. We have who we have. Basically, that's the draw. We play Greece. We'll then play the Czech Republic, and then Belgium will be our third game. So for us now, it's great to sink our teeth into the Greece game, which is the first match, and all our preparation will be aimed towards that.
Is there a disadvantage, the fact that you haven't played in a qualification series coming into this tournament?
I think it's a challenge, but also there's been an advantage where we've done a lot of our prep in Ireland this year, so we've got the players into a lot of our routine, how we train, how we want to play, so we've been doing a lot of preparation with them throughout the season. Yes, we haven't had the cutting edge of competition, and this will be the first players' competition at this age group. It'll be the first time for them with Ireland, in Ireland, and it happens to be the European final, so there's a huge challenge there for them, but I know they'll rise to it. There's a lot of good quality within the squad. But this year, preparation matches, we have played teams that are already here. So we played Germany, we played Belgium, we've played England, we played the Czech Republic. We played some very strong nations this year already, so they understand the type of games that will be coming.
What do you expect from the Belgians?
Well, they'll be our third game. Belgium, look, what we did play against them, they'll be very expansive. They'll have a lot of athletic type players with good ball skills, very possession based, very quick around the pitch in all areas. But they won't be till our third game, and I said there'll be a lot of situations before we actually play them. So it's Greece now, that's our focus. They came out of a group in the elite phase with Spain. They won 2 of their games, they lost to Spain. We've played Greece before at other age groups. Obviously this will be different group of players, but they're always quite formidable, and you know, that's what our preparation is about now.
Football in the Czech Republic is on the rise again as well.
Very decent team. We played them in November. Some really good quality players, very strong on the counter attack, very athletic, very explosive, and again they've come through 2 qualifying rounds as well. So you know, there's no easy games. Everyone's trying to improve, but this next, we'll say 3.5, 4 weeks now. We know who we got. We know what we have to prepare for, but it's very much game 1 for against Greece.
How much can home support push you through this tournament?
I think it'll be massive, and it really will be encouraging it. You know, the Irish nation to come out and support us. You know, we're in Tallaght for 2 games, we're in Waterford. Come and support the team. They're good lads. They'll give their all to the cause. There's some quality in it, and you know, I think there's some players of the future in this group as well.
Do you feel there's a little bit of, I wouldn't say payback because you're not going to be facing the Dutch maybe down the road, but after what happened last year, that, you know, Jimmy Corcoran, the penalty shootout, do you feel that there's, you know, something in Ireland owes this tournament something?
No, I don't think we own anything. It's a new group of players. It's a complete new group of players from last year, so they're going to experience it. So first and foremost, it's all about the players, and for them to experience themselves and test themselves against the best of the best in Europe. That's what this is going to be about, and hopefully it'll be a good experience for them. 2
of your most high-profile players that, well, who could be eligible. I know Troy Parrott's not going to be involved. Did you have any conversation with Tottenham Hotspur about him?
We're just in process with a couple of situations with Troy at the moment, but we still won't know for a couple of weeks where that stands.
Okay, how about Gavin Bazunu then?
Gavin will be, once he's fit, he'll be with us for the tournament.
That's a big bonus for you.
100%. You know, he'll be an important player for us, especially with the fact that Jimmy's carryover suspension into the first game of the tournament as well. So once Gavin can stay fit now in the next few weeks and fresh and gets games under his belt, he'll be an important player for us.
Is there any other Irish players that you feel could make a big impression on the tournament?
No, I think look, it's a new one for them, and game 1 it really is a massive game for all nations. You know, everyone will have that mix of excitement and nervousness, and sometimes game 1s can be a bit tentative, and sometimes they can be very expansive and open. So there's a bit of unknown into that game 1, but the players will be prepared for all situations, and no doubt they'll give their best.
And I just spoke to John O'Shea there, the tournament ambassador. And obviously he's been there, he's done it, he's had the success at this age level. He said that one of the big things, or maybe a bit of advice he gives to the players, is to try and get momentum. Is that something you'd agree with?
I suppose it's so different to club football. Like, you know, the tournament, you get something out of game one, you carry it on to game two. I suppose the big thing we've learned as staff is in the last 2 years of being involved with the group at the European finals is that you want everything alive going into the final game.
And just to ask you finally then, this is your third finals as head coach. What little nuggets have you picked up over the last two tournaments yourself that you feel might benefit you this time around?
Well, and a lot of my staff are with me as well. So I think we've got a good backroom team that can navigate their way through the tournament. So hopefully we'll be able to pass on one or two things to the players. We'll want them to embrace it. That'll be important. Not to let it pass them by. And more importantly, just to really do their best and try and seize the opportunity.
Best of luck, Colin.
Thanks very much.